The active ingredient in a $48 bottle of SPF 50 sunscreen costs less than a grain of rice, not the whole tube, the actual zinc oxide doing the protecting, about 0.7 of a cent. The rest of what you paid for is a number printed on the label, and the industry built a very elegant machine to make sure you never do that math. Here is how the formula actually breaks down. A standard SPF 50 mineral sunscreen contains roughly 20% zinc oxide by weight. A typical 3-ounce tube holds about 85 grams of product. That means you are getting around 17 grams of zinc oxide. Industrial zinc oxide costs approximately 0.40 TARs per kilogram wholesale. 17 grams works out to 0.007, less than a penny. The rest of the tube is filtered water, dimethicone, glycerin, and a handful of thickeners that collectively cost another 15 to 20 cents. So the raw material cost of an entire bottle of premium sunscreen sits somewhere around 25 to 30 cents. Manufacturers then talk about formulation complexity and elegant texture, industry language for the emulsification process that turns powder and water into a cream. That process at scale adds maybe another 20 cents per unit in energy and equipment cost. You are now at roughly 50 cents before the product ever touches a box. The packaging costs more than the formula. A frosted glass bottle with a pump dispenser, the kind that signals luxury on a shelf, runs brands between $1.50 and $3 per unit at the order volumes these companies operate at. A sleek aluminum tube with embossed lettering, similar range. The container you throw away is worth 3 to 6 times the contents it held. That is not an accident. Packaging is where the premium is manufactured before a single drop of sunscreen is made. Then comes the SPF number, and this is where the real pricing lever is hidden. The FDA requires brands to test every SPF claim in a certified lab. Testing a single SPF value costs between $5,000 and $15,000 per formula. But here is what that test actually measures. It measures how long skin takes to burn under a standardized UV lamp. The formula does not change between an SPF 30 and an SPF 50 product from the same brand. Sometimes the zinc oxide concentration is identical. What changes is the test result and the number printed on the label. Brands exploit this. An SPF 50 label commands roughly a 40% price premium over SPF 30 in the same product line across the major retailers. Consumer research shows buyers associate higher SPF numbers with higher quality, more sophisticated chemistry, better protection across the board. The actual difference in UVB protection between SPF 30 and SPF 50 is statistically small. SPF 30 blocks 97% of UVB rays, SPF 50 blocks 98%. 1 percentage point, 40% more money. Follow the math. The mineral versus chemical divide is the second pricing lever. Mineral sunscreens, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, are positioned as clean, safe, reef-conscious. Chemical sunscreens use avobenzone, oxybenzone, homosalate. The raw material cost of oxybenzone is actually slightly higher than zinc oxide per gram. But mineral sunscreens command a 60 to 80% price premium at retail because the natural label does psychological work that the ingredient list cannot. The catch is, both categories are regulated identically under FDA monograph. The safety data does not explain the price gap. The marketing does. Dermatologist-branded sunscreens deserve their own entry in this ledger. A brand founded by or licensed to a dermatologist charges a 200 to 300% markup over generic equivalents with identical active ingredients. The FDA requires that active ingredients and their concentrations be listed on the label. It is the only part of the product that is legally required to work. When you buy a $48 dermatologist-branded SPF 50 with 20% zinc oxide and a $9 store brand SPF 50 with 20% zinc oxide, you are buying the same protection. The white coat on the packaging is not an ingredient. The broad spectrum claim is another layer worth unpacking. Broad spectrum means the product has passed an FDA test, confirming it protects against both UVA and UVB radiation. Every SPF product on a US shelf that carries the broad spectrum label has passed that test. It is not a premium feature. It is a regulatory flaw, but brands print it in the largest font on the front panel, next to the SPF number, so it reads as a differentiating benefit. It is the minimum. They are charging you for the minimum as though it were the maximum. Distribution is where the final multiplier gets applied. A sunscreen that costs 50 cents to make and $2 to package leaves the manufacturer at a wholesale price of around $8 to $12. The retailer, a pharmacy chain, a department store, a boutique, applies a markup of 50 to 100%. A specialty retailer in the beauty space can push that higher. By the time it reaches the shelf, the original 50-cent product is $34 to $48. Every hand in the chain is taking margin, and every hand is justified by the price the consumer has already been conditioned to expect. And that conditioning is expensive to maintain. The top 5 sunscreen brands collectively spend over $300 million per year on advertising in the United States alone. Influencer campaigns, dermatologist partnerships, SPF education content, all of it exists to associate the brand's name with sun safety itself, so that when you think of protecting your skin, you think of their bottle. That $300 million gets amortized across every tube sold. It is built into the $48 price. You are not buying sunscreen. You are buying the feeling that you bought the right sunscreen. Here is what they do not tell you. The FDA's over-the-counter drug regulations require every sunscreen to disclose its active ingredients and concentrations on the label. That is the only part of the product that is doing the work. 2 products with identical active ingredients at identical concentrations will provide identical protection, regardless of brand, packaging, price, or the dermatologist's face on the box. The counter move is simple. Flip the bottle, read the active ingredients panel, find the percentage of zinc oxide or avobenzone, then find the cheapest product with the same number. That is the purchase. A 20% zinc oxide SPF 50 from a store brand costs $7 to $10 at most major pharmacies. A 20% zinc oxide SPF 50 from a prestige brand costs $38 to $52. The FDA has already confirmed they are equivalent where it counts. The $40 difference is packaging, advertising, influencer fees, retail margin, and the number on the front of the label. The grain of rice's worth of zinc oxide does not know what brand it works for. It just blocks UV light. And that is the point. That is exactly the point.